Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? You know, there's a reason why Marie keeps saying she can't believe that her and Latrice are cool again. Yes, Marie, you keep saying it because it is unbelievable, and even you don't believe it. You understand what you're dealing with, and next week you're gonna have to remind. Yes, I said remind Letitia how much of a snake Latrice is. Mm-mm-mm. Well, welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and ha ha, child, and get into another episode of Bell Collective. It's season 6, episode 3. It goes down in the DMs, honey. But let me say this, we need proof. Can y'all put some DMs on the screen so that we can read them too? I mean, Amanda, if you're going to come in here and spray Glenn and, and Letitia's, marriage, we need some solid proof. We don't want you coming in here, with your little ghetto self stirring a pot. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to come with some facts. Okay? We need to see some proof. The besties, what did you think about this week's episode? It was good. You know me, I think Bell Collective is Carlos King's best show on the OWN network. But drop down in the comments, besties, and let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Please, 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 besties, like the video when you're coming in. Like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on so that way you know each and every time I post my content. Okay? So let's get into it, honey. So Latrice invites Marie and Amanda, aka Mandy, to taste for some drinks and gossip. Selena can't come because her daughter is in the hospital in labor. She's expecting her baby boy. This will be Selena's 7th grandchild. I said, and Selena is just 50 years old, and to have 7, that is awesome. And I didn't know that 2 of the daughters were twins. I guess Sky and Star. I guess they're twins. She said the twin had a baby. Okay. And Sanjay, I believe she might be older than them, or is she younger? Anyway, okay. Child, Marie comes up in there with the same outfit that she wore when she broke it off with Martin. Y'all remember the outfit I liked? It was in brown. Okay, well, she has different colors of that same outfit. You know, the onesie that gave her camel toe room and she had the chap boots on? Well, when she broke it with Martin, she had on the brown one with the leopard boots. In this episode, she has on powder blue, and the blue boots are glittery, bling blinged, right? And I'm like, okay, you have 2 of the same outfits. Okay, Marie. Something tells me she may have some more. Oh, honey, they must have been on sale or even clearance, honey. Marie was said, I like this. Give me brown. Give me blue. I bet you she got this same outfit in red, and I bet you the boots are suede. Oh yeah, I bet you. I bet you she got this color in black, and the boots are velvet. I bet you she got polka dot, and the boots are polka dot. Okay, we're gonna get to the other girl because Mandy's outfit wasn't no better. What in the Beetlejuice is going on? The girl, this shirt, was it a dress? Had 2 openings for your neck to go in. She had her neck in one, and in the other neck piece, piece was on the side of her shoulder, and it made the top look like it was. Oh God, what is happening in Mississippi? Come on now, what is going on? Uh, where y'all get them clothes from? Where y'all get them from? Local boutiques, Sheen, Timu? Where y'all getting them clothes from? Okay, we'll move on past that. So, Marie got this wonderful energy now, this positivity. She's smiling from ear to ear now. So she tells Latrice that she's been loving on Cedric, honey. And so Latrice is happy because she likes this Marie. Okay. So Amanda tells Marie that she didn't like how her and Letitia was standing over Latrice, acting like they was gonna fight her in the reunion last season. And Marie is in love. She don't even know what you're talking about. Like what? You talk which reunion? Because honey, me and Latrice ain't no, yeah. Me and Latrice, we ain't never got along too good. I want to fight her at all the reunions, honey. We've had 5 reunions. Which one? And I'm like, okay, Mandy, you want to come here and talk your talk and stand up for your friend. Okay, man. Latrice, I don't know what you got that these girls just be riding for you. So Amanda is her ride or ride friend. I can't say the D word, but you know the ride or D friend. Marie guarantees Amanda that Latrice and Letitia love each other. Latrice is like, yes, Letitia is like my big sister. She said, don't trip, it's all love. Okay. So then Latrice says she is planning a couples only pool party. If you single, you better go find somebody. You cannot come alone. So Amanda's like, well, I just got divorced in November from my wife, but and Marie asked her, are you willing to date men again? And she's like, yes, I'm open for that. And so, lesbians in the chat, is she really gay? Like, if she's okay, I guess she can be bi. But it's like, do y'all like dating women that be flip flopping with men and women? Like, I wouldn't like that if I was a lesbian. You can't be liking whoever like you. You gotta want to be with me. You know my gender, and that's that on that. But there's room for everybody. But I just want to know, do y'all like that dating women that date men too? Whew. So Letitia, Marie, and Carrie, they go work out with some trainers, and so because Marie and Carrie are trying to get to know one another, they like each other's vibes and feistiness, but they need to kind of jump in. So then Marie says she want to get all in Carrie's business. So after they worked out, and I like how Marie came in with no makeup on, fresh face, but everybody else is made to the gods, just beat to the guys. And so she was like, y'all ain't ready to work. I got on all this makeup. And girl, at the end of this episode, when did y'all see Letitia crying in Glenn's arms? Yes, she has to wear makeup. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, the eyes blackened, raccoony. Yeah, she need a little something. So, as we know, Carrie is juggling. She owns 3 restaurants. She got 3 kids, and her husband, he sounds like he has more free time and he's home more. And, you know, he wants more effort from her. So she says it's hard because he wants her to be present, but she's trying to run these businesses. 3 different restaurants. So child, he pulls up on her at the Mobile, Alabama location. I'm gonna assume it's not far from Mississippi. And she's there taking care of business. Her business manager got it going on. She want to talk to him. They had a little meeting, a little pep talk, little how are things going. And so he walks in after that. And so we learned that what's his name? Is his name Matt? I didn't catch it, but Karen and her husband, they are high school sweethearts. They met when they were 15 and 16, just like me and my husband. They met at the mall, they got married, and they have 3 kids. Their first 2 are twins, a girl and a boy, and then a year later came another girl. Now, what we learned is he played professional baseball for almost 20 years, and now he represents them, whatever that means. Sounds like He doesn't work full time every day. Maybe it's seasonal because it's baseball, right? So, and he's retired. So, balancing work and their marriage is hard for Carrie. But I was like, give him something to do. He don't want to jump into one of these restaurants, but it's her passion. That's her dream. So, he says the hardest thing for him to do is be a father. And, he's at home with the three kids, so he's busy. And he probably, a man's man, Southern man, don't feel like he's supposed to be at home, but here we are. And he's probably doing more than she is, and he don't like it. He don't want to seem like he not one of the boys. He's giving me, and it's like, y'all grew up together. Like, bruh, you knew who you married, right? Like, come on now. Women, we got so much on our plates. We just need support. Can you just hang in there? Schedule a vacation, babe. Just instead of complaining, do something. Schedule a date night or something. I'm gonna need you to get proactive and stop pro complaining. You know what I'm saying? Is that a thing? Well, I like it. Don't be pro complaining. Proactive, make some plans. Okay. So, and that's what makes it hard when you just feel like you're not doing enough when there's only so many hours in a day. You wake up, you got stuff to do, you got planning, you got appointments, you got things to do, things to pick up, inventory, open, close, you got to be there. This location, location number 2, location number 3, location number 1. Employees, their trauma, their drama, blah 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 blah. Oh my gosh, he needs to chill, okay? And maybe they should get a nanny. What is this, sir? Do you need more? I know you need more time with me. Maybe they need a nanny. Sounds like maybe they don't have, the grandparents around and don't have big mamas and pop-pops and stuff. Maybe, sisters, brothers, aunties, cousins, it takes a village. So he asked her to put in more effort with their marriage. Yep. His perspective is she's moving forward in business and moving backwards in their marriage. Tisk, tisk, tisk. He needs more time. That's all. He needs adult time. Because sometimes being around kids, you want to have adult conversations after a while. So hopefully they can get the balance that they need. Okay, y'all. Letitia and Glenn are going to help Selena and Mike with their communication skills. And child, why did I just think about Love and Marriage Huntsville? Nell, she deems herself as a relationship. No, heavenly. No, well, Nell deems herself as a life coach or something. And then Dr. Heavenly over there on Married to Medicine, she deems herself as a relationship coach and all this and all that. But we're gonna use what we got. And right now in Bell Collective, we got Letitia and Glenn. Okay. So Letitia, she has a coach there for them, and they're going to do teamwork and activities. They got activities to do. So this year, Letitia said her and Glenn made a recommitment to each other. And now that they are communicating better, things are looking up. And it seems like they did recommit because he seems more attentive to her. Selena says she has emotional attachment issues since losing her son. So when what's his name, Mike? When Mike doesn't answer his phone, it bothers her when she doesn't know where he is. And just want to discuss that real quick. But here we go. Now, Selena tells us her son was taken away 5 years ago, and she cries, and Mike says he understands as he holds her. So what happened was the son was turning 30 and he was driving to Jackson and he never made it. So he didn't even make it to 30, I'm guessing. So with that pain and all that, with moving with this pain, I think Selena needs to get some therapy and some help, because even though I understand that that's, you need to figure, you got to work through your triggers, and you can't hold another human being accountable for why you are insecure. I won't call it insecure. You can't hold Mike prisoner in your emotional attachment to your son, because he is a human. He's not going to answer his phone all the time. He's working, he's driving, he's unloading, loading, like sleep. And he might be cheating, whatever, but it's like he also got to do better with communicating, get ahead of it, say where you at, what you doing, maybe put some kind of locations on each other's phones. And that's not like to keep up with you like you cheating, but it's like to make sure you're safe because of your loss. I wouldn't mind if I was him. I'd be like, okay, keep a track on me so you know where I am. So that will help you if I don't answer the phone. But at the same time, Mike, you can't go hours and hours and hours without talking. Like, what are we doing? How are we allowing that in this relationship? Y'all don't talk? I mean, I've never been in a relationship where I didn't talk to my person 1,800 times a day. Just, I never had that problem. I don't know. Maybe he don't want to talk to you. But I mean, what's so funny is that in the world that we're living in with all this communication and devices, emails, DMs, messenger, text, blah 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 blah, WhatsApp, and you still can't communicate. Like, what is the deal? This is crazy. This is nuts. Okay, so it is the day of Selena's Release, Restore, Renew All White event. And this is in remembrance of her late son. It was beautiful. All white. Everybody had on all white, except for one lady that was sitting over there at the table with some old graphic looking shirt with a whole bunch of mess going on, and it didn't have not one piece of white in the shirt. I cannot stand when somebody comes to an all white event and they have on something totally different. Like, you got the invite. Now, I'm a person that doesn't like to wear all white. I can't stand it. But I do have one white jumpsuit. I have white t-shirts. I got some white jeans. Yeah, I saw like old Cliff's butt. He had on white, but he had on jeans. You don't have a pair of white jeans? You don't have white linen? It's the South. You're an OG. You ain't got a white linen suit? Come on, blood. And Carrie's husband had on khaki. That wasn't so bad, but it wasn't white. But this woman just sitting there with her black, I can't stand people do that. So wonderful event. I think out of all of Letitia's brunches and Marie's little, her fundraisers or whatever, I think this particular event was the best yet. Okay. Selena wants to help people with their grief by promoting healing and resources to heal. I love that. And the only reason why it touches me so much, because I have experienced a lot of loss in the last few years. Actually, one of my older cousins just passed away Tuesday. Today is Sunday. So I love this because in our culture, our American culture, and then we can get into the Black folks too, we don't know how to grieve. We're not taught how. We're told to stop crying and be strong. And baby, get them feelings out. Heal, talk about it, cry about it, get it out. And I'm going to tell you that now from my personal, because honey, I can preach about grief. Okay, I'm going to try not to do it here. But let it out, besties. It does not matter how long it's been. There is no time limit on grief. But don't let it keep you stuck. And if you're not moving forward in your grief, where you're still, brain fog, can't move forward, not paying your bills on time, forgetting to go places, Can't get out of bed. Seek help. You understand? Seek help. Because behind the shade cares. Okay. Back to this. Love you real down to the ground too. I love all of y'all down to the ground. Please believe that. Okay. So Latrice will be on the panel to talk about sibling loss. Okay. She's lost two brothers and a nephew. And we know the nephew from when when that cell phone mess. And so she's talked briefly about her brothers. And I thought it was one brother. I didn't know it was two brothers. But okay, we'll get into that. So Marie and Cedric shows up. Cedric looked good. He had on a white suit, trimmed in black, but cute. Marie had on a cute little two-piece with the little shorts. All right, shorts. And what I like about these women, they gonna call out your fashion. They gonna tell you look good or they gonna cap on you. Everybody, I mean, Letitia will call out your cuteness. Marie, Carrie for sure. Carrie gonna call out everybody's outfit. So Carrie and her husband shows up, then Latrice and Cliff, and then Letitia and Tambra. But no. Yeah, Tambra comes, and then Glenn shows up. He's all now we're getting this thing where Glenn is always late. Child, Glenn has to work. And you can tell when people might live further away because Letitia had complained about traffic later on. So girl, Tambra, I didn't realize that Tambra and Selena were good friends, or maybe I forgot. But honey, Tambra's like, that's my friend, and I remember when she lost her son. I'm there for her. I'm gonna support her. Yes, I am. Okay, Tambra. So we learned that Selena had a biological mother and then another lady that raised her, and they both have passed. And that caused a lot of grief. But then when her son passed, that was really that really took that was a hardship for her. That was the grief that she never, the hardest grief. It was the worst grief, right? So Latrice says her mom left her dad due to him abusing illegal substances. He had a habit. And so her brothers raised her. And I was like, well, where did the mama go? Because we've seen the mama in previous seasons. Like, now I didn't know they had an issue. I didn't know her mama didn't raise her. What happened, mama? So her oldest brother had passed. And then the one who she was closest to passed. And I believe they passed kind of, maybe it don't matter if it was a year or the same year or 2 months or 3 years, it don't matter. But she had dreamt that he passed away. She called him and said, I had a dream that you passed away. He said, oh no, sis, I'm good. And do you know he passed away that day, the same day? I was like, wow. Latrice said she felt her soul leave her body when he passed away. I was like, wow. Man, Latrice had every man in the room wiping their eyes, even Cliff. Child, I ain't gonna lie, I was boohooing myself. I mean, I got out a good cry. I don't think I've cried in a while. And I was trying to, I'll call myself, I'm watching them. Child, and I'm trying to remember what she said. I think what she said, she felt like her soul left her body. I think that's what took me out, y'all. If y'all cried, let me know when y'all cried. Did you just say if you cried too? Just be like, I cried. And so Cliff, he sleeps at the condos that's on top of the restaurant now. And so he always thought that Latrice was giving him a hard time about it because maybe she was insecure because she was saying that there's women here. And she is insecure about it because Cliff has cheated on her. She lied about it, but you can tell. Anyway, so now he understands that Latrice just feels like she wants to know that he was coming home instead of sleeping at the condo. And I'm like, well, bro, you are a country guy. You wouldn't want her staying there. Oh, you would have a cow before you let Latrice stay at them condos. You know why you staying at those condos. You, Cliff, bring your old butt home and quit playing. For you mess around and child be doing it with some other random and you pass away while you on top of them. You don't want a Latrice to find you like that, do you? Heavens to Betsy. Jeez. So a lot of them. So Selena passes out white balloons. They're gonna go outside and do a balloon release. So they all write messages on their balloons. This is when I lost it, you guys. I remember now. This is when I lost it. So a lot of them were writing messages to their grandmothers. Because Marie tells us she couldn't make her grandma's funeral and she never got over that. And you know, Glenn's grandmother, child, that's when I lost it. Because then I thought about my grandmothers. Woo, child. Woo, child. My daddy's mama was my best friend. She was the best. She was my favorite person. And I lost her a long time ago. And then after her loss, my mother's mom was like the mean grandmother, and she became better. She became nicer after my other grandma passed, and then we began to have a great relationship. And she lived a very long time after that. I had her for like another maybe 25 years. So we developed a great relationship, and oh gosh, and she lived to be 101. Oh yeah, and she would still be here. If she was alive, she would be 106 right now. And the only reason why she passed away is because my uncle got sick and he passed away, and he was her favorite child. And that broke her heart. Whew, child. But yeah, so they're writing messages on the balloons. I was like, oh my gosh. Boo hoo, child. So then they go outside, they release the balloons, honey. So after this beautiful event, we all crying, feeling good, relieved. We got some release out of us, right? For those who cry because we're mourning, grieving our lost loved ones. Here come the mess. It is time for Latrice's pool party. We just have to end with some drama. Ciao. And so she's getting ready. She got the caterers, she got the decorators, everything is going down. And her friend is doing the games. You need somebody. I don't know what kind of spell Latrice has over her friends, but she doing something right over there with her snake self. But she says she is not afraid if the truth comes out about Glenn and Amanda. What do you mean if? It's gonna come out because this game you're about to play in every reality show in the history of reality show game nights, when they play questions, is to start mess. Child, because if you don't have an Emily in the crew, who else asks questions? I'm just gonna go with her because that's who's on my mind. I want to think about nobody else. But if you don't have a Sheree, because she was a pot stirrer too, you need the games of questions. You don't have a Nene, so child, talk about if the truth comes out. Your messy friend gonna make sure it comes out. Ain't that why she here? So the couples are arriving. Some people looking cute, some people looking overly sexy. But baby, Selena, baby, she got it going on. Carrie called her Barbie. I was like, no, baby, she looked better than Barbie. Selena got it going on. And Mike, you better get it together, honey, because, honey, she could upgrade you. Because you all right, but you ain't the, you all right. But so the couples are arriving, and the Pearsons get there late. Girl, by the time they got there, it was nighttime. Okay? Like, come on now. Couldn't Glenn have met you there? You could have just couldn't y'all. Well, I bet you they live way far. It's just given that they live too far, and Letitia didn't want to come without him, child. So maybe he told her to wait on me. But baby, I didn't know Essie was invited too, honey. Okay, and we knew she was married, But honey, I didn't know he was foreign. Hi, Mr. Essie's husband. He was cute on the eyes. Hi, eye candy. So, honey, Marie had to make it plain and simple for the people who swear she's her man. She was like, no, see, she has a man. This is her husband. I'm not her husband. Okay. And then somebody said, yeah, because you're trying to get back with your ex husband. She was like, and is, clock that T. So then Amanda brings her boo thing with her honey, some like light skinned dreadhead girl, and she happens to be Marie's cousin. Marie like, cousin, what's up, cousin? They ain't see you. Well, you look good. You do too. Thank you. Okay. And so Marie like, oh, you fool along with Mandy. Oh, okay. All right, then. Okay. So then Glenn and Amanda they hug. And Amanda just got this look on her face like she is ready, honey. It's like what lights, camera, action. Let me know when it's time to throw the shade because I'm about to spray this dude. Okay. So they kicking it. Everything seems like it's vibing. Good things are happening. The men are kicking it. It's just going down. It's just a nice day. Latrice's house is bad. The backyard is beautiful. Remember a season or two, they were putting up them trees and everything, and it looks good. It all came together. So they go inside, they eat, and then here comes the questions game, child. And y'all know this game always goes left. Question number one: where is the craziest place y'all did it at? Child Marie said in the car. And then uh, Cedric confirms that Marie gets more detailed about what happened. And Glenn says, that's enough. Don't want to hear any more. Someone said the balcony, and one of the guys said a washing machine. A washing machine heard on the beach, and then Carrie said in her parents' bedroom. Child, and I had to pause. Ah, I had to pause because I'm like, Carrie is like the reality star me. She's me in reality TV. You know, me and my husband, I was 15, he was 16, high school sweetheart, got married, and we also did that too. And my parents, yes, my mom ain't listen. Back to the game. So in the bed, the parents' bed. Oh God, Carrie was in her confessional apologizing to her parents. So then they go on to the next question. Favorite position, missionary from the side, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Third, the messy question. Is anyone who's been attracted to someone else in this group? So Karen's like, what? Everybody like, huh? What? That's so stupid, strange. Who thought of that? Messy Latrice, the snake. So Carrie says, okay, on the count of three, we're going to all say our answer together. 1, 2, 3. No! Then here comes Amanda, aka Mandy. What she say, y'all? She said, Glenn is lying. Glenn is a liar. Lakeisha says, why do you say that? And so she ain't saying nothing else. Letitia like, nah. Tell me what you know. Holla at me for real, because we supposed to be cool. So Amanda's like, well, do you want to go outside and talk? And it's like, I wonder how come Glenn didn't go with them or tell his wife, no, don't go talk to her, whatever, let me talk to you or something. So, child, Marie is like, are you attracted to her, Glenn? Are you what? You like her? You didn't told her you like her? And so Glenn is like, I'm attracted to my wife. Amanda calls BS on that. And Letitia wants answers. She's like, So they go outside and talk, her and Amanda. Amanda's boo thing is in the inside telling Glenn, oh, yes, you was hollering at her. I saw the DMs. Don't trip. I saw your DMs. He getting ready to get up and beat her because he thinks she a man, because she thinks she a man. Maybe not, but act like one. And he getting ready to fight her like a man. And so Marie comes out and she tells Letitia, you need to come back inside and get Glenn because he getting ready to mollywop my cousin. Because you hear all the commotion in the background. And Bessie, that was the end of that episode, honey, honey, honey. It was good. And it was like, oh, we almost got through the whole episode before the mess started. So, honey, it is a to be continued because we gonna see how this pans out. But we do see the previews of Marie telling Letitia that, Latrice is the snake and their mess starts up again, child. Well, that was so much for the peace and quiet and the sisterhood, because of course Marie gonna have to pick sides unless she gonna play the middle. We'll see how this works out. But besties, let me know what you thought of the episode. Share, comment, like, subscribe, notification bell. And I'll be back with another recap, besties. It will be Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. Okay. Bye, besties.